if I mention a bunch of female rappers' names, you can't name me a song. All you're gonna name is who their boyfriend is, who they're beefing with, bro. They're not doing no music, bro.
Is the best female rapper in the game?
Good question.
Nicki, Cardi B, Meg. Like, where's your head?
Neither.
Where's my head at?
Neither.
Probably Little Sims, bro. I'm gonna
Yes.
be honest.
In the UK?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Anthony
Sometimes
bringing
R&B,
taste.
cool.
Anthony bringing the
So
taste.
far. So I will say that, but you want to go more mainstream, like those
Yeah.
names that you had mentioned to me?
Yeah, who would
Yeah.
you go in that
I
situation?
think Nicki at this point.
No,
bro. Nicki
Meg.
has been on a dominant
Meg.
run, bro. since the early
Megaroo.
2010s.
Megan.
It's really hard to do a female list, man. I would like to put a little more thought and effort into putting this 10 list together.
I've always been irked by the discourse surrounding female rappers and the quote unquote quality of female rap as a whole. And listening to these conversations from both men and women, but mostly men, it's obvious that people who think all female rap sounds the same want to believe all female rap sounds the same. And I won't deny that there is an oversaturation of hypersexuality among mainstream female rappers and that pressure to center men in all of their lyrics, if not most of them. So does this mean that female rap as a whole is solely about sex and just doing city girl shit? Well, I've created a chart with about 60 female rappers, and most of these rappers I listen to on a daily basis. In fact, there are way more female rappers I could have listed, but I didn't want to make this list that long, but I could have easily listed over 100 current rappers. Now, for this list, I'm going to focus on the prominent female rappers who either peaked or became known during the 2010s till now, the 2020s. I will eventually do a tier list for female rappers of the 1990s to 2000s and throw in some female rappers from the 1980s if I can find some. But as you can see, when folks try to say shit like, oh, it's so hard to make a female top 20 list, boo-hoo, they won't admit that they just don't bother listening to female rappers, or they only care to listen to the ones that everyone already knows about, like Cardi, Nicki, and Ice Spice. So before we start the ranking, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Even though I thoroughly enjoy 90% of the rappers I've listed here, I don't stan any of them, and none of them are above scrutiny or any sort of criticism. Also, I already know that most people will disagree with my ranking, call it trash, say I have shit taste, cry about it, blah, blah, blah. But this is a subjective list based on my perception of the qualities I feel make a good rapper. So before I start the ranking, I just want to get this statement out of the way because I feel like there are way too many people that take tier lists and ranks way too personally when it comes to judging art or, critiquing it. So just make note that a perfect score doesn't exist when it comes to subjective rankings. This is not a test. This is not a matter of getting something correct or not. This isn't mathematics. This isn't a hard science. And I say this because I see when people make tier lists and they have an S rank or a 10 out of 10 rank, and they'll leave it blank because in their minds, no artist is perfect. And yeah, no artist of any genre will ever live up to the expectation of having a perfect score in the same way that you would have a perfect mathematical test score. So basically, if I put an artist in the S tier, it isn't because they are perfect and never had a bad song or never made a mistake as a rapper. It's because I see them as not only being technically superb in my eyes, but also not having any limitations or constraints when it comes to their artistic expression. And that's not to say that any of the rappers I may put below an S rank are limited with their artistic expression, but to me, giving an artist an S rank means that they just have that special something that pushes them over the edge. So since I have about 60 artists here, I don't want to make the video too long, so I'm just going to make my rankings as short and concise as I possibly can. Okay, so first up we have Callie. Where is she? Okay, so the notes I have for her: nice smooth cadence to her voice, not very adventurous when it comes to stylistic choices in terms of her lyrics and song topics, so her songs can sound kind of boring after a while. She has good enunciation and switching up flows, but I would like to see more versatility from her. C tier.
They call it recovery. You're thinking we ain't mothers, and then prescription pills written in script is chills.
So next up we have Jean Grey. She got fantastic articulate bars with great enunciation. One of my favorite bars from her is "Fuck the litigation, fuck the best rapper nominations, and fuck the president, I voted for assassination." Now, she's open with her artistic expression. I think she can out-rap most rappers nowadays. Yeah, gonna have to put her in S tier.
Sleeping in courtside, you gon' see me eating 10 more times. Ugh, you can't take that bitch.
And next up we have Doja Cat. She has a good ability to switch up flows on either low tempo or high tempo songs. Rhyme schemes can sound good on most songs, but her bars, they often don't make sense and they fall flat, even when she stays on topic. She is versatile, but I need to see more of her intellect when it comes to song matters. Let's see, where are you? See there.
Daddy, let me talk to you dirty. Venus and Gemini, I like to get flirty. I'm a slim, thick bitch, yeah, my body hella curvy.
Next we have Baby Tate. She's got a feminine, fluttery style of rapping. She's versatile with her flows and bars. I think she does a great job showcasing her personality and artistic expression. And she has great lyricism, but I feel like there are limitations. I want to see more from her. B tier.
I'm trying to manage my bad habits in my rapper ways. Some niggas don't love hard and they homeboys till they pass away.
So next we have Lola Brooke, the New York rapper. She got a hard feminine energy. She can rap about an array of topics and still have relevant bars that make sense. But sometimes I feel like her verses on her slower shit, it falls flat. And I sometimes feel when she does the hypersexual thing, that can also fall flat. But overall, I think her rhyme schemes are great. B tier.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but it's on me heavy. I promise it's getting ridiculous after this drop.
All right, and then we have one of my favorites in the game right now, Omeretta the Great. Never heard a bad verse from this girl. She's got a unique flow. She can switch it up. She is ear candy for the listener. Lyrically, she can be fun. She can deep, but she's got bars. A tier. I see great things for her.
Nigga be kinda know I'm spitting facts on it. Tried to freestyle last week. Everybody know I snap.
So Erica Banks is next. I think she's got great flow. She has great bars, but I feel like she's overall boring as a rapper because the lack of complexity in her discography and the lack of personality that comes through in her music. So I know she has the ability to get better. C tier.
Don't need his money, but I'll take it to invest. Want a bad bitch, gotta say with your chest.
Okay, so we got Rubi Rose, and I feel like Rubi Rose's flow is pretty underrated in the rap game. I feel like she can flow better than a lot of the newer rappers that are out, specifically the male rappers. But as far as her creativity when it comes to her lyricism, it's lacking, and I feel like she has a personality, but it's lacking when it comes to her music. So I wish she would showcase that more. And until then, you're gonna be our first D, sweetie. I'm sorry.
Really, y'all hoes trying to lie on me. Tupac, bitch, all lies on me. Lurking my page trying to spy on me.
Next up, we got Renni Rucci. So she has some fun songs, some fun lyrics. She can be versatile, but her song topics tend to be boring, and her bars tend to always be about the same shit. I love her flow. I see potential. I feel like she's between either a C or D. We'll put her at a C for now because I do feel like she has some good potential. She just needs to expand her song topics more. Next girly we got is, let's see, Cleopatra. I love her flow. It's strong and aggressive. Sometimes she can come off stale when it comes to the subject matter in her songs. But overall, I think she can wrap circles around a lot of the dudes in the industry. I see potential. C tier. Next up, we have, where is she? Lebra Jolie. Now, I don't hear a lot of people talk about her. I think she has great flow, great rhyme schemes. She's very feminine, but she goes hard with her lyrics, and I feel like she is consistent, and if she keeps up the consistency, she can definitely be a top contender. But right now, I feel like she's severely underrated. This may be controversial. I put her in A tier. Next up, we got, however you pronounce this, Qveen Herby. So I love Qveen Herby. I didn't like her back when she was Carmen and she was doing like the Chris Brown rap covers, and I just thought it was boring and didn't really showcase her talent. I always knew she had a great singing voice, but I mean, her new music has showed that, you know, she has bars, she has flows, and she's not just a white girl rapper where being the white girl is the gimmick. Her artistry speaks for her before what she is, if that makes sense. Flows are strong. Sometimes the bars can fall flat. But overall, I think she has an expansive artistic creative lens. But I want to see more from her. We'll put her in C tier for now, but I definitely feel like she'd be between like a B, C tier.
Trying to seduce, but fuck getting paid off the blade you can't use. I'm a top dollar bitch, but I'm far from a.
So next up, we have Saweetie, the beautiful Saweetie. No offense, I think she's boring. She's stale. All she talks about is being a pretty girl who wants to do with money. Her flow is great, but she doesn't challenge herself enough. And I see potential, but I feel like she's more style over substance. Sorry, sweetie. You have to go in D tier.
Not only did she run it up, she ran it up quickly. I think it's time to put these whack bitches out.
So next up, we have the adorable Dreezy. It seems like she was more known in the mid-2010s for singing, but she actually has great rhyme scheme, great bars, and I love the way she raps on beat. I see a lot more potential of her, but I've already seen that potential. I just want to see her grow more. I'll put her at B tier for now. Next up on the list is Cupcake. So I love Cupcake's flow switches and bars. She can compete with some of the greats. She easily showcases her sense of humor in her songs without seeming like out of touch. Even though she raps a lot about sex, I still feel like she's versatile. I've seen her talk about more deep subjects, about international issues. And her similes and metaphors are sexual, but they're funny, and I think they showcase her sense of humor. I want to see more of her. B tier.
On my body, and if I take 'em, bitch, I won't say I'm sorry. I do what I want, don't report to nobody. I'm a bad bitch, don't let.
Okay, next up we have the stunning Flo Milli. And I love Flo Milli's cutesy feminine flow that she can also go hard with. I think she has great rhyme schemes, but I feel like sometimes her rhyme schemes are overshadowed by the cadence in her delivery. It's kind of squeaky. I don't really like it. Sometimes it sounds like she's a little offbeat. And I don't think she's as diverse when it comes to the subject matter, but I definitely see potential and I think she definitely has skill. But for now, we'll put her at C tier. And this is not bad. All these rappers in the C tier and up like are good. It's, you know, what I said in the beginning.
Hella uncouth. You ain't found no one to listen, but you know about 12 that'll shoot. Most of them yes, and then host of the blessing.
Next up, we have one of my favorite current rappers, Chica. Chica, where are you? Here she is. So I love the content of her lyrics. I love the diversity in the subject matter. She can go from deep, happy, funny, aggressive, all the emotions, whether it's up tempo or low tempo. And I feel like she was the best during her XXL freshman list. She was on that with Lotto and some other dudes I don't know the name of. But I definitely feel like she's one of the best in the game, and it's criminal how underrated she is. S tier. I know her discography isn't as long or old as Jean Grey's, but as far as the potential I see now, I definitely feel comfortable giving Chica an S tier.
Yeah, catching jets, boo. I got jet flu. When I touch down, I'ma get loose. Pull up.
Oh boy. So next up we have Coi Leray, and I just want to preface, I love Coi Leray. I think she has potential to make great songs if she worked on her cadence, flows, and bars more. I think her best songs have been Huddy, Bops, and Players, Don't Chat Me Up, and Black Rose, which tells me she needs to stop doing the little Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi style rapping because it is not doing her justice. And it seems as though she's valuing style over substance. I just want to see her put her pen to the paper because I know she can, but until I see more, I'm going to put you here. Sorry, Coi. Your daddy sucks.
Up in this bitch, catch you ducking his flip. Dick who wanted my nigga is nothing. Them boys and drummers down nigga.
Next, we got one of the most problematic bitches in the game, Azealia Banks. There are beliefs and things she says that I both agree with and other shit I definitely do not agree with. Saw she went on a little rant about Doechii, and I feel like everything she said about her was incorrect, but that does not take away from Azealia being one of the most dynamic and imaginative rappers in 2010s to now. I feel like she's better than most out there, and unfortunately I don't think she gets her flowers because of her antics, but I feel like she deserves A tier. Yeah.
I swear to God, they ain't wanna see me leave the club. Got up on my shit, now they scared to show me love. They rather see me.
Okay, I don't know how people are gonna feel about this next one, but Cardi B. Now, I feel like Cardi B is very talented. I think she's at her best when she's over a drill beat and rapping about gang shit. There isn't an issue with rapping about sex, but her most sexual songs just so happen to be, in my opinion, her worst. I do feel like she needs to change her ghostwriter partisan because I feel like she was better back in her Red Bars days. Until I see more, and luckily I have been, but we'll put you at D tier for now, honey.
Parachute, yeah, glow. Stomp a little pussy, hoe with some shell toes, yeah, glow. Slapping rap beaches and
All right, next up we got Glorilla. Where are you? There she is. I love her strong southern accent. I think it helps to elevate her flow. She doesn't rap about the most complex shit, but her style feels fresh among the sea of female rappers and rap dudes. I would love to see her expand her lyricism and her subject matters. But for now, I'm going to put her at C tier. I see great things for her.
My name Big Ken, some call me Miss Boss. So bad, got banned off of TikTok.
Next, we have Ken the Man. I love Ken the Man. I know she raps about sex a lot, but her bars and her flows are versatile. She kills it on every feature I have heard her on. I love her style switch up. She's exciting to listen to. Definitely gonna put her in A tier. See great things for her as well.
And a rock, take you off Israel, Nazareth. Oh Jesus, oh Lord, oh Jesus.
And next we have, we have the adorable Lady Leisure, British rapper. I think she's British, yeah. Her flow is always impeccable. She has great punchlines, and I feel like she's diverse with her lyricism. I know she was more popular during the mid-2010s. She does put out stuff every now and then. It just doesn't get as much play. Maybe it's because I'm American. I don't know. But we're going to put her at B tier. Next, we got JT of the City Girls. And I love JT's essence. It reminds me of Jackie O. If you guys remember Jackie O from the 2000s, she was one of my favorite rappers as a kid. She's got a pretty girl flow, but she's still dynamic enough to switch it up. But I do feel like she holds herself back, though I see great things coming her way. So, oh yeah, C tier. All right, next up we have Lotto, and I love Lotto. I think she has potential to be one of the better mainstream rappers of this current generation, but I feel like she holds herself back when it comes to her subject matter and her imagination in her songs. Maybe if she switches up her topics, not just her flows, I think she can, push herself further. She either kills it on her verses or they completely fall flat. Lotto is great, but I do want to see more from her. For now, we'll put her at C tier. Oh, right next to JT. So the next rappers I'm going to talk about, I'm going to go in order here. Now, I'm going to talk about Rocky Bad, Stunna Girl, and Cuban Doll. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the situation where Stunna Girl and Cuban Doll basically got these dudes to jump Rocky Bad, cut her in her stomach, and lock her in a cage. And they still glorify that shit. So I'm not going to let my bias, even if it seems like my bias is going to affect this rating, I'm not going to let it. So just keep that in mind that I don't fuck with them. But me not fucking with them doesn't have anything to do with the quality of their raps. And when I say I don't fuck with Stunna Girl or Cuban Doll. But let's go to Rocky Bad. Where are you? I just saw Rocky here. I love Rocky. She raps on beat. She's got consistent rhythm, great flow. She can body a bitch, especially on a diss track, which I think is a lot harder for rappers to do than most people think. I'm definitely going to put her in B tier. She's kind of underground. I don't want to say she's underground, but she's a little underground right now. So yeah. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Stunna Girl. So when dudes talk about how they hate female rap and how it all sounds the same and bitches don't have bars and they all talk about, like, all they talk about is their body and sex, Stunna Girl is that stereotypical rap girl that those dudes are talking about. But it's funny because those same dudes who say that shit are also the same ones putting on girls like Stunna Girl and putting them on a pedestal. Her bars are boring, bad flow. Even before I knew about the whole Rocky Bad situation, I never liked her songs. I know she's a meme. Some rappers, there's a lot of rappers actually who became memes, but they're actually good. No, she's definitely not good. I'm sorry, girl. Yeah. Oh, our first F tier. Congratulations, Stunna Girl. And we'll go to your friend Cuban Doll next. So it makes sense she would associate herself with Stunna Girl because she's also fucking bad. She has no personality or music, like none whatsoever. And as much as I love Asian Doll, I am mad that Asian Doll was the one to initially co-sign her. But I digress. Cuban Doll. Summary: no bars, no vibes. And how are you going to be a bad rapper while not having any personality? I'm sorry, girl. You can go here with your bestie.
Make me Aggie, wanna black out like the Aggie fans. I suffer from anxiety. Doctors probably tired of me trying to.
Okay, we're going to go from some horrible rappers to a great rapper. Where are you, Rapsody? There you are. Deep, aggressive lyrics while still maintaining a smooth flow. Bars are always delivered passionately and they always make sense throughout the song. Strong pen game. I would definitely put her at either between S or A tier, but I'm gonna put her in A tier, but she definitely is an S tier quality rapper. It's just a personal preference thing. Can't we all have preferences?
By the time you hear this, I'll have taken on another form. The way I've been snapping, y'all gonna end up my children of the corn. I think
Okay, next we have the beautiful Doechii. Love how edgy and unique she is with the content of her songs and her lyrics. I know people have compared her to other artists, Azealia Banks, but her flow and her bars are strong enough to make her stand out amongst the rest, even the girls that appear similar to her. She has an imagination that appears to be very expansive in her songs, and she does it without being gimmicky. I love Doechii. I do want to see more from her. I would put her in A tier, but like I said, I just want to see a little bit more from her. But B tier for now.
Way we get it, we go get it for now. You was with it when benefits was added to the account. I can count on you.
All right, and next up we have, where is she? We got No Name. Here she is. She's slam poetry style, great wordplay, great flow, great versatility overall, unique in her subject matters. Love her. She has potential to be one of the best in the game. But for now, put her in A tier. Just because, like I said, the difference between this and this is just a slight personal preference. So, yeah. But definitely S tier quality. All right, next we have a rapper that I don't think a lot of people know of at all, Lust Sick Puppy. She's got an aggressive, unique style. She does a great job with the juxtaposition of her sound mix along with her lyrics, and and to the unknowing ear, I want to say, it sounds like it can be just noise, but when you read her lyrics, she goes there. She gets deep, and I love the way her mixes sound. She does a great job rapping over it. She talks about complex subjects, and yeah, I love her. I think she is A tier potential at the moment. you know, between B and A tier.
Though I should have been a friend when your grandma died. I see the illness, see my aunt laying in her bed. I see her soul right.
Oh, and we got another great rapper, Lil Sims. Flow and bars always land. Great metaphors, great punchline, strong storytelling ability, and she's still able to maintain a pleasing rhythmic sound, melodic sound to her flow and her bars. I've heard most of her music, and she can rap on any beat, really. I have never heard a bad song from her. S tier. I see great things for this one.
Being poppin' is a curse. Your man wanna look at my skirt first. I make him feel like my purse.
Oh boy. Okay, next we have Chinese Kitty. So, Chinese Kitty. Her flows and bars can be strong, but it just ends up falling flat because the lack of versatility in the subject matter. I mean, she can rap well, but it's style over substance, and she raps about the same shit. I mean, no offense, but if you heard one Chinese Kitty song, you heard them all. Yeah, I think she's basically as good as Saweetie. I think she has the rap ability, but it's just lacking any sort of creativity. I'm sorry. D tier.
Sound great. What I'm singing in the shower.
Okay, next we got Tierra Whack, and I love Tierra Whack. I think she's got a great personality. I think she's humorous. She's got versatile flow. She adds a lot of color to her songs, even without the visuals, if you know what I mean. And I think she's also one of the best rappers at rapping fast while also enunciating and articulating each word. I love her. I think she could definitely be one of the greats, but right now we're going to put her A tier, which is just as good as S tier. Let's all be real.
I introduced them to the coochie girls. Okay. I got that type of coochie that will make them toast.
Okay, next we have Suki with the good coochie, Hana, whatever. I think she has great rhyme skills. She's has great flow. But the subject matters in which she discusses in her songs, stale. She's at her best lyrically when she's talking shit about other bitches, and that ends up coming off as, you know, pick me shit. Talent-wise, I do feel like she's holding her back by making every song about how she's so good at fucking and how her coochie is great and blah, blah, blah. Like I said before, there isn't anything wrong with rapping about the sex shit, but when you make it your entire identity and make it who you are just limiting your potential and your artistic endeavors, I think is the term. But yeah, put her at C tier for now. She's next to JT.
Get money and fuck some feelings. Not personal, it's business. I thought you knew that I did this. You can have him, but he...
Okay, next we have Tay Money. Remember how I mentioned Quveen Herby is a white woman who is a rapper, but she doesn't make her being a white girl rapper as like her entire identity. Like, she has more style than that. She's not trying to appropriate or anything. Tay Money is very much an appropriating ass bitch, and I would give her somewhat of a pass if she was good, but it's none of her shit's good, and it just sounds like everything else but worse. And the lyrics, oh my god, let's talk about lack of versatility. Yeah, you're gonna go down here with these girls. Yeah, you guys can be besties. F tier.
So I had to decline them. I don't play with these silly niggas. I don't play with these stupid bitches. All I'm worried.
All right, so next we have Quay Dash. I love Quay Dash. Her discography isn't as large as some of the other artists on this list, but her flow switch-ups and her cadence never disappoints. She got strong bars, strong beats, and I see the versatility. Gonna put her at B tier for now. Yeah.
On your dick, lying on your dick. Why you lying on your dick, lying on your dick? Why you lying on your dick?
Now this next pick might be controversial. Big Clit. I don't know if anyone remembers when she was Little Indigo Vanity, the jerker girl from Cali. I was floored when I found out it's the same girl like a decade later, and she's completely switched her style, but honestly, I love it. She's edgy and oversexed, and she can be somewhat off-putting to general female fans, or I should say general female rap fans, but I mean that also makes her enjoyable. I think she has consistent bars that are relevant to the topics on hand. She has strong flow switch-ups, but I mean, I do feel like she sometimes falls flat on certain songs just because of that, once again, style over substance. But she has a lot more uniqueness than a lot of other girls, and she can actually rap better than what people give her credit. B tier. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure that's controversial if you guys know who she is, but I think she's great. She's a mess, but she's great. So next up we have, let's see, Ivorian Doll. Yeah. So she's another UK rapper. She does drill music, and despite drill music kind of having a samey sane sound across the board, she manages to make it versatile and fun and aggressive, and she has strong flow and she's got strong bars. I just see her going up and up, and I would love to see that for her. B tier. Next, we got Tia Corinne. I love how fun and imaginative Tia Corinne is, and as a fellow anime / video game lover girly, I appreciate seeing those outlets in her songs and her artistry overall. I think she's got great flow, but when she does tend to have a slower tempo style of rapping, she can sometimes sound a little mumble. But when she has a more aggressive up-tempo style, she has really strong enunciation. I think she's versatile overall, but I do want to see more. I'm going to put her in C tier for now, but I do think she's great. All right, next up we got Rico Nasty. Where is she? There you are, cutie. I love Rico Nasty. I especially love her old shit. I think her old shit showed a more old school classic style of rapping, rhyme schemes. I love her edgy, boisterous style overall. I think she's refreshing, and she's been holding that torch for the edgy rap girlies for over half a decade now. Sometimes I feel like her cadence can be a bit off-putting, and sometimes I think her bars fall flat on a lot of the songs she's been featured in. But yeah, her flow either saves her verses or kind of makes them worse. But I overall feel like Rico is extremely talented. But I'm going to put her in C tier for now.
Hit up my jeweler, my neck like a cooler. This gas that I smoke in these papers exclusive. Spent racks on my chain and 2 bands on my hands. I ain't.
Now, this next rapper, she has a small discography. She came out not too many years ago. I think probably less than 3 years ago, at least from what I've seen. But everything she's put out has been amazing. Songs, freestyles, bars on bars on bars. This bitch has bars for days. Her cadence and delivery is always strong, but she delivers it in a calm, collective manner, and every song she sounds confident. I'm gonna just put her in A tier for now, but I think she definitely has the skills to be an S tier, and I would love to see more, and I would love to see more rap fans, especially the dudes, shout her out, because it's not like she's, you know, out here popping ass like they claim they hate, but, you know, so give her flowers. Ooh, next one we got is one of my favorite rappers of this current time, Asian Doll, the beautiful Asian Doll. Amazing dynamic flow, hops on any beat, kills the song, kills the feature, bodies everybody on the song. And even though she's been focusing on mainly drill type music, which tends to not be as versatile. I know drill fans will hate me for saying that, but you know, I have to be real. But with her, she still manages to make each of her drill songs feel like something new. She's one of the most dynamic when it comes to flows and bars. Male or female, I think she can definitely body the game, and she definitely deserves more. She deserves her flowers. Give her flowers already. S tier. I love her. Asian Doll. And next up, we have another white rap girly, Ayesha Erotica. I love Ayesha. I feel like she's very innovative when it comes to her style of rapping. It having essence of that sort of party girl, like, oh my God, Y2K. But I love it. It's her. It's authentic. I think she's inventive. I think she's imaginative. I don't think she strains herself to be something that she's not. I really love her. I think she's creative as hell. She's either between a B or C tier for me. Let's put you here. There you go. Put you hoes on game. The rules to this shit don't change. Put you hoes on game. Next we got Big Boss Vette. Flow, bars, always on point. I see the potential in how inventive she can be in her storytelling and lyricism. I've been loving what I've been seeing lately. I do think her rap game is strong, but there's just something about it where I feel like she's holding herself back. But I think she definitely has the potential to be A tier, but for now I'm gonna put her at a B tier. Next, we got the adorable Bali Baby. I love Bali Baby. And I think she's very creative with her style and her song content. But she can come off kind of stale in her delivery oftentimes. I would like to see her rap better over better mixes. I do think she has great potential when it comes to flow. But I do think she... I wish her pen game was a little stronger, but I do love Bali Baby. We just gonna put you at D tier for now. Next we have Lakia, and for some reason I kept mixing up Lakia and Bia. As far as these faces, I know they don't look the same, but anyways, I love Lakia's flow, love her bars. I think she's strong in terms of her delivery in her lyricism, but I also feel like her subject matter, the subject matter in which she, raps about can be really stale. But I think she has great potential, and yeah, B tier.
Where the shit you bitches wear because it's cheap to me. It's some money at my table, grab a seat with me, cost a ticket.
Okay, now we have Bia. I love her calm, cool, collected flow. And even with that calm, collected style, she has great flow switch ups that still sound unique. But I would like to see her expand her creative pen more, if you will. I'd put her like between a B and C tier But I love Bia.
I'm a little cum slut, short and loud. Bend me over and I will shout.
Next, we have fellow cringe biracial PP Cocaine. I love PP Cocaine. I think she's adorable. I love how she shows her being an anime fan within her lyrics and her song content. I think she has a great sense of humor and funny punchlines in her songs. She raps a lot about being a slut, but she manages to make it sound different and versatile enough to keep wanting to listen to her. I do feel like some of her lyricism can fall flat, but I still love her. I see great things. I'm put her in C tier. I'm have to push you bitches together. Next, we have the lovely Scarlett, another drill rapper, but like I said, of Ivorian Doll and Asian Doll, Scarlett still manages to make her drill beats sound like something new and non-repetitive. So she switches up her cadence. She can switch up her flows. She's doing great right now. B tier. Next, we got the girl with the adorable smile. Look at that smile, Mona Leo. I think she has unique style. She has great bars, but sometimes I feel like there is slight offbeat rapping, and sometimes it can sound a little jarring, and I feel like that can hold her back somewhat. But she also bodies her verses over other rappers when other rappers are featured on the songs. For some reason, it's just mainly her solo songs, some of them, where I feel like there's that offbeat rapping, and I know some people love it. I'm so about it. But I do see great things for her. Oh shoot. Okay. Put you C tier. Okay. Y'all gotta. Okay. Come on. Make room. There we go.
Girl blunt. I only smoke girl blunt. This shit is a girl blunt. I only smoke girl.
Next, Lay Kelly 47. Love her. I think I remember on Drag Race, one of the queens kind of compared her music to like a hopscotch sound, and I can totally see that. She's fun, imaginative, dynamic flow, and she challenges herself in her music and her lyricism, and I definitely think she deserves way more recognition than she gets. A tier.
One rule, remind myself every day not to dress like you. Y'all ain't making no noise. Who the fuck is?
And next we got Kash Doll. I love Kash Doll. I feel like she either kills her verses or they fall flat. I do feel like her creativity is held back from the grandiose subject matter, which can make her songs sound a little boring after hearing them, for a long time. But I think she's got great skills and she has versatile potential. I'm gonna put her at B tier for now.
These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's law. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all don't want me to stop.
Okay, next we got Megan Thee Stallion. I love Megan. I know that some of her flow can sound samey, but honestly, I think her flow is great. I think she has great switch ups, great punchlines. I love when she does switch up the subject matter in her songs. I love it. And even though she's not the most inventive when it comes to song topics, I do still feel like she has a lot of personality and imagination in her songs. We'll put her at A tier for now.
Big brother pop, put them glocks out. See her up a little shot, she gon' rock out. Hope they ain't lacking, little bitch, better watch out. Doing me, give a fuck if they.
Next up, we have one of my favorite newest rappers out right now, Shy from the Tray. I Love her. She is amazing when it comes to flow, punchlines, bars. She can out rap like 99% of the rap game. I would put her higher at S tier if her discography was more expansive, but she's still new. But I see great things for her. I definitely want to see her go more mainstream. We'll put her at A tier for now, but she's kind of more like this.
Think about me, I'm the baddest alive. He know the prettiest bitch didn't come until I.
Okay, next up, I ain't gonna make you guys wait any longer. Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap, and I will definitely say, regardless of my rating, she is the queen of rap. She's one of the most imaginative rappers when it comes to style and flow. I will say that even some of my favorite rap girlies on here, including Asian Doll, have been directly inspired by Nicki. So Nicki will always deserve her flowers when it comes to that. But I will say that as amazing as Nicki is at being an artist, I do feel like the lack of variety in the subject matter she raps about holds her back, and I would put her somewhere like here, near Shy from the Tray. She's kind of, I know Barbs will hate me, but I definitely feel like her and Megan are bar for bar, quality wise, on a similar level.
Making my way through the hood with your boo. All his homeboys think I'm cute.
All right, and let's just get this one out of the way. Sexyy Red. If no flow, no bars, no vibes was a person. Her music was better 4 years ago when she made that funny song like Making My Way Through the Hood. The offbeat rapping gimmick, it's annoying and I'm over it. She only started gaining popularity when she dumbed down her lyrics and she started gaining primarily a male fan base that loves her ratchet music and her rapping and talking about how she doesn't use condoms. Let's be real, most of her fan base enjoys listening to her because the way she degrades herself makes them feel better about themselves, especially since she does it for male attention. Yeah, these are your friends now. Y'all can start a group together. The F tier girl. Next, we have another one of my favorite rappers. I'd probably say that she's one of my favorite rappers, like of all time, like period, not just of 2010s, 2020s. Dynamic style and flow, strong bars. She can go from speed rapping like Eminem with better enunciation to slam poetry style. She is one of the best in the games, and I feel like she can definitely compete with some greats like Khan, if you guys know who Khan is. Definitely deserves more recognition. Angel Hayes is S tier, but if we had an S plus tier, I'd put her there.
Damn, she in her move. Like damn, she in her move. Like damn, she in her move.
Last but not least, we have where is she from? Bronx girly. All right. So before I start, let me just say this. Ice Spice's best song is worse than Coi Leray or Saweetie's worst song. I repeat, Ice Spice's best song is worse than Coi Leray's worst song or Saweetie's worst song. I have never seen a rapper be able to make so many songs with the same exact rhyme scheme, cadence, flow, subject matter in every song she puts out. And I know she says, "Oh, I write my own shit," I believe that. I totally believe that. Rapping wise, style wise, subject matter, lacking personality, and yeah, I just can't. And I blame Nicki for naming her the princess of hip hop and letting that shit go to her head. And now when Ice Spice is being honest about the contract that Nicki tried to make her sign, now Nicki wants to denounce her, but it's like, you know, why are you... Now, I'm not saying Ice Spice shouldn't be uplifted as a rap girly, but it's just odd to me that Nicki, throughout the years, has had more smoke for Asian Doll over Ice Spice. I just don't get it. Or even Lotto. Yeah, you go here and I do not see you coming out. Yeah, so that's my list. So the next time you have someone say, oh, I can't list more than 10 female rappers, all female rappers rap about the same shit, blah, blah, blah. Show them this tier list and shove it in their fucking faces that they have shit taste. So if you gotten through the whole video, thank you. And I'm sorry I've wasted your time. I'm on Threads and I'm back on Instagram, which means I'm back on social media, which is a bad thing. But I'll let you guys go. Make sure you leave your death threats in the comments below, dislike and unsubscribe, and who knows when I'll make another video. Bye.